Mallards, it's Saturday, and this evening I watched a couple episodes of Angel with Ginger, and I thought I'd talk briefly about them. So as you may recall, we're in the middle of an apocalypse that, despite it being an apocalypse, apparently only affects LA, and that was never more apparent than in these two episodes where Wesley just drove his happy little butt out of LA, and then suddenly there was sunlight again. How you block the sun in just one city is magic, so magic doesn't have to make sense, I guess, but like a time. Anyway, I can't remember if I actually made a video the last time that we watched, so to catch you up, they decided to take Angel's soul away so that he would become Angelus, thinking that he had information on the beast, and instead he tricked them, well, sort of. But instead he didn't actually have any information, and he was just, you know, the Angelus he always is, which means he's super smart, super evil, and gets under everyone's skin. And then they did a spell that Cordy thought of to put his soul back, but that didn't work. And at the end of the episode we watched, like before we started this one, it's very clear that Cordy did that on purpose, considering that when Angelus is chasing them, she stabbed Lila through the neck and killed her. So in these episodes, we learn that Cordy is the big bad mastermind behind all of this, summoned the beast, was the person who came up with the idea to take Angel's soul away, stole his soul so that he couldn't stop being Angelus. And I don't know if it is actually Cordy, if it's some sort of something that's possessing her, if we thought that Cordelia had come back, but really she's still just up there being a celestial being, and whoever is here on Earth is something totally different. But I can only assume that we will find out the answers to these questions and many other questions we haven't thought of yet as the series progresses. But that is not actually what I want to talk about in these two episodes, because the best part of these two episodes is that Wes goes to get Faith. And like, everything is better with Faith in it. Everything's better. Prison is better with Faith in it. Very clearly, I watched her in prison. I really enjoy Faith as a character. She just has a lot of that energy that I always appreciate. She is a dangerous woman, which is decidedly my type of character. So I really, really have always liked Faith, and she definitely stands up to it in these two episodes. So Wesley goes to get her, and essentially it's like she's sitting there in prison. We watch somebody come and try and beat her up, apparently for money. I don't know if we'll ever revisit that, but I am curious who's paying people off to try and beat up Faith, but she beats the woman back. And then she comes into the, like, wherever it is that you come to meet visitors with the glass in between. And Wes is like, all right, so here's the deal. We were dumb and we took Angel's soul away, and now he's Angelus and we don't know what to do, so we sort of need some help. Will you help us? And Faith is literally like, okay, stand back. And then she launches herself through the window between the two of them, and then launches both of them out, well, then beats up a couple of guards, and then launches them both out the window of the jail and onto a car, and then off of that car and into the car that they're gonna get away on, and they just like escape jail literally just by like jumping through the windows and then driving out. Which I feel like is slightly unrealistic, so if you're thinking of making a jailbreak, I don't think that's gonna work for you, starting with the fact that I think that the windows that are between people are not glass, they are plexiglass, and therefore would not shatter if you jumped through them, even if you were super strong. Just in case anybody was thinking about making an escape that way. But then Faith comes back, has some banter with Angelus, where she's basically like, listen, you can't get under my skin. I've been under my own skin this whole gosh darn time, and I'm fine. Totally 5 by 5. But she does manage to put Connor in her place, which is something no one else has done yet, and I'm about it. And she gets promptly very beat up by the beast, but then Angelus, because, you know, he's throwing a fit, kills the beast, and then there's sunlight again. So yay, no more eternal darkness and no more dealing with that. And the beast is gone, so no more lava monster. And Faith's arrival seemed to surprise Cordelia. So that's a bonus when the big bad is like, wait a second, what? As you brought who? But what? Did the thing? Why? And that can only mean good things for the rest of us, which is nice to have all of this good stuff, because good things with Faith are there to counterbalance the fact that Cordelia and Connor are having a child, and it's literally the worst thing. Like, if they never had a scene together ever in the whole rest of the series, I'd be so happy. Every moment that they spend together talking about this baby just makes me want to throw up. And I like babies. I'm very happy for people who want to have children. I just don't want evil Cordelia, who is clearly manipulating literally everybody, to have a child with Connor. And especially not to talk in that really sappy way that just, ugh, ugh, ugh. He's still a child, okay? Like, I realize that he's, like, over 18 or whatever, but, like, he's a kid. He's a kid, and this is uncomfortable. Not a fan. Ugh. Really not a fan. Could live without all of that. Just take it away. Give me a lot more Faith and just, like, take the rest of it away. Faith and Angela's fighting. Could watch that again and again and again. Some Wesley thrown in is fine. But, like, really, I don't even need that. The apocalypse comes and we kill them all, and it's just the Faith and nobody else show. I'd probably watch that. So, yeah, that's what I thought of those 2 episodes. And then the next chunk that we're getting into is crossover, because I think that they call the Scooby gang in Sunnydale to help them get Angel's soul back into Angelus's body. So I'll be curious to see how that works out and what happens with Cordelia and this whole mess. If you have watched Buffy and Angel and have non-spoiler opinions on Faith and how awesome she is, or Cordelia and Connor and how gross they are, let me know in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow. Ugh, they really are just so gross, though.